I agree that, that President Trump was, I mean, rather uncharacteristically in the run-up to Hanoi, lowering expectations and seeming to send signals that he was ready for a fairly modest deal. And I have to say, in the run-up to Hanoi, certainly I think there are some South Koreans here, so they can speak for themselves, but I had the impression that in South Korea, which I mean, there was an expectation, they were using the term small deal. And I think that what Steve Biegun was saying publicly indicated that there was if you like, small deal or more traditional deal, incremental deal that was in the works, and that was going to happen. I think, you know, if we do the postmortem on Hanoi, you've got to look at process, and I think this is clearly, to my view, a failure of process. Whereas the failure of substance is a little bit more debatable. I know everyone's trying to put the best face on the fact that both leaders walked away with no deal and no big deal, and there were two big deals, if you like, on the table. But I think this was putting the best face on the process didn't work out. And my impression is, I mean, you were in Hanoi, but listening to what people were saying back here and in Seoul, that there was a smaller deal that was going to be something a little more than, you know, these terms of art, a little more than shutdown of Yongbyon, dismantlement, which Kim Jong-un had publicly said months earlier that he was prepared. And dismantlement, for those of you who are aficionados of the history of all these talks, is is a bigger deal than just shutting it down. So he was ready to trade on the dismantlement of Yongbyon. Then you come into, okay, what exactly is Yongbyon and where are the borders and what's there? So there were a lot of details involved. And the U.S. was ready to do something to ease sanctions. And the much hoped for easing in Seoul was something to allow some intra-Korean projects. And again, there were some signals coming out that might be the deal. My own theory of the case is they ran out of time.